How to make Tuticorin macaroons. It is a special type of macaroon available in southern Tamil Nadu, especially in Tuticorin. Macaroons in general are made from ground almonds. Tuticorin macaroons are different since they have cashew nut as their major ingredient. Method 1. Ingredients: 4 egg whites, beaten well. 3/4 cup powdered sugar. 1 cup powdered cashew nut. 1 tablespoon butter, to grease the baking tray. 1. Separate the egg whites and beat them well in a bowl till it becomes thick and does not fall when you hold the bowl upside down. 2. Finely powder sugar and cashew nuts separately in a mixer grinder. 3. Add the powdered sugar to the beaten egg whites mixture little by little and beat the mixture till it becomes creamy white for 30 to 35 minutes. 4. Add the powdered cashews to this mixture and beat well for 15 minutes. 5. Preheat the baking oven to 150 degrees Celsius. 6. Grease the baking tray with melted butter. 7. Drop the beaten cashew dough as cone-shaped macaroons with enough gap between 2 macaroons. 8. Bake them for 12 to 15 minutes or till the macaroons become white crispy. It should not turn color. 9. Allow it to cool, serve them or keep the remaining macaroons in fridge like we store chocolates to restore crispiness. Method 2. Ingredients: egg white, fine sugar, cashew, salt. 1. Whip the egg white until it becomes fluffy and then add a pinch of salt. 2. Add finely powdered sugar to the beaten egg in small increments and continue to beat the mixture at medium speed. 3. Add crushed, powdered cashew nuts to the mixture and blend them well. 4. Take a baking pan lined with aluminium foil. 5. Take a Ziploc bag and fill it with the mixture. 6. Cut a small hole in the Ziploc at one corner and press the mixture into the baking sheet in a conical shape. 7. Bake the macaroon for 1 to 1.5 hours. After baking, cool it outside for about 3 hours. Method 3. 1. Preheat the oven to 200 degrees Fahrenheit 95 degrees Celsius. Separate egg whites from 3 eggs. Follow the rules mentioned strictly to achieve best results. When you separate the eggs and pour into the bowl must be clean from grease, water. Egg whites will be easy to separate when they are cold. See to that you do not see even a speck of yolk in the separated whites. Do not use your finger into the whites to take any speck of yolk, shell. Use a grease-free spoon. Wait until the egg whites reach the room temperature. Once they reach room temperature, pour them in a wide and tall, grease-free dry vessel. Use a grease-free whisk and beat them with hand until they become frothy. 2. When the egg whites become frothy, add a pinch of salt. 3. Beat the eggs with the electric beater in low speed until they become foamy. 4. Continue to beat about 3 minutes until they form soft peaks. Do not even imagine to beat the egg whites with hand. You definitely need an electric beater for this recipe. 5. Start to add fine sugar. If you have granulated sugar, grind them in your mixer to get very fine granules. Add sugar only 1 tablespoon at a time. Beat them in medium speed. As you beat and as you keep adding the sugar little by little, you'll witness the egg whites becoming like a soft batter. Increase the speed of the beater to high as you continue to add sugar. 6. Keep in mind that the volume of the mixture will keep rising as you beat and as you add the sugar. The ratio of sugar and egg whites is 1/4 cup sugar for 1 egg white. Sugar must be thoroughly mixed into the egg whites. Just rub a little of the mixture between your thumb and index finger. You should feel like touching thick butter. Your fingers should not feel even a little of sugar granules. If you feel, continue to beat them. Beat the egg whites until they form stiff peaks. That is, when you try to lift your whisk, or try to tilt the vessel upside down, the former option is easier. The mixture should be thick like firm clouds and they should not slide down. Something that is in the consistency of whipped cream. This step takes around 8 minutes. 7. Add little vanilla essence 1/2 teaspoon, and give a good beat, optional step. 8. Pound, crush the cashews. Cashews must also be in room temperature. Do not grind them, just pound them. 9. Add them into the egg whites batter and just give 3 folds. Do not fold them too much. Use a grease-free spoon, ladle to fold. 10. Line a baking sheet with aluminium foil. Take a Ziploc piping bag and fill it halfway with the meringue mixture. Use a grease-free spoon, ladle to fill. Tight the bag, releasing any air inside. Cut a small hole in one corner and start to pipe the macaroons. You can check the video on piping the macaroons below. If you do not have Ziploc or piping bag, you can just use 2 spoons to form clumps, if you do not worry on the structure of the macaroon. 11. Bake the macaroons for 1 to 1.5 hours. 12. Switch off the oven and let the meringues stay inside until the cookies are completely cooled down, 3 hours maybe. 13. Store them in air-tight tins, bottles. You can keep them for weeks, months in room temperature.